Life is chaos. We all need a break. This is your reminder. Sit back, sip your coffee, recenter. Get back to that chaos confidently. If you watched last week, I talked about letting go of the negative. I talked about the fact that I've known different people to tell me different things, basically all along the lines of I'm not a good stay-at-home mom or housewife or whatever the case may be. So I asked you to go ahead and let go of that negative. Let go of whatever restraining thoughts you have that bring you down, because as long as you're doing your best, as well as working towards being better, not much you can do anyways, so let it go. But this week, I would like to provide you with a tip that I find helps me maintain my super momness. I've been called that a few times. So if I could just get real with you this week. My tip is set a schedule. If you're a working mom, then you know the deal. You know that you have to be to work by a certain time. You clock out, you get breaks. You have a schedule. You have deadlines. You have things to do and paperwork to submit, deadlines. I'm repeating myself. But point is, you have a schedule, you have things to do, and you have goals in a way. So why would that be any different just because you're at home? Set a schedule. Give yourself deadlines. Give yourself guidelines. Set that schedule and help keep yourself on track. And I bet you'll find things fall into place. So, for example, for me, with my schedule, Mondays are dedicated to like getting some work done, answering emails, reaching out to different people, customers, friends, family. I may get some cleaning done. And then Tuesdays, we've got different things going on. For one, I upload these videos. For two, I've got activities with my kids, different meetings in regards to work. Wednesdays, I dedicate to cleaning. I make sure that this house gets cleaned from top to bottom. That is my cleaning day. And I don't think I do a deep clean, but I definitely dedicate Wednesdays towards home life. Thursdays, I've got a few deadlines that I like to meet. I've got blogs that I get published. I've got videos that I want to get edited. And Fridays, once again, more stuff. Work with emails, reaching out, contacting friends, family, customers. Reality is I've got a schedule. Saturday's a little more laid back, and Sunday I take off because we all need a break sometimes. But I have a schedule. I have a deadline. And that helps keep things in order. I also mentioned that you want to make sure that you tackle stuff in bite-sized pieces. You know, I may have this whole house that I get clean on Wednesday, but I keep it clean during the week. I make sure that the dishes get done after every meal. It's far easier to sit there and plan to do the dishes for 5 minutes than to let the sink fill up so that I have to do the dishes for 30 minutes to an hour because I have nothing to eat on. So I tackle these items in bite-sized pieces. You know, I sweep every day because it's like a 5-minute job. But sometimes Mondays, but mostly Wednesdays and either Fridays or Saturdays, I mop the house. I make sure everything is cleaned up. I vacuum at least once a week. I wash the sheets once a week. I don't know what you can see, but there's a laundry schedule over there that I try to stick to so that everybody knows when their laundry gets done. I don't wait for everything to pile up so that I've got this mountain to do and it takes 5 days, because by the time I finish it, I'm just back to another mountain. Instead, I tackle everything in bite-sized pieces. That gives me the ability to have more free time and make sure that everything gets taken care of. And at the end of the day, I figure out that I got done everything I needed to get done without overwhelming myself. And I know that last week, talking about letting go of the negative and being confident in who you are and what you're doing, I know that's great tips and advice, but I also mentioned bettering yourself. How can you better yourself if you don't know what to do? So here I am. This is what I do. Maybe it'll work for you. Now, it's not going to work for everybody. Everything that I share is going to be from my own personal experience in hopes to help somebody who doesn't know, in hopes to help somebody who says, hey, that really worked for me. If it doesn't work for you, That's fine. It doesn't have to work for everybody. Everybody is different. We all have different personalities, different traits. I mean, if we were all the same, it would be very boring. Plus, different perspectives bring new opportunities, new ways to do things. Perspective is great, and if it works for you, awesome. And if it doesn't, then maybe you find a better way that could work for everybody better. Having differences is amazing and totally off topic. So I just wanted to make sure that I let everybody know that yes, you're doing amazing as long as you're always doing your best. And as long as you're working towards being better. And in my goal towards helping you be better, I wanted to make sure that I let you know it doesn't have to be hard, and this is what you can do. Tip number 1, set that schedule. Break down your life into what you want done and when. Give yourself deadlines. Give yourself clock in times. Give yourself clock out times. I try to get everything done by a certain time so that I have my evening free to play with my kids or watch TV, sit back and play a game, read a book, because I need that downtime. That's how I take care of me. That's how I refocus on me. That's how I recenter so that I can tackle my chaos confidently. I need that time to myself, or just to unwind by playing with my kids, watching a movie, playing card games. We bought Uno the other day. Well, not really, it was a couple weeks ago, but we bought Uno with the intention of sitting down as a family to play card games. We make time for that. I don't let the necessities of life overwhelm me so much that I don't get anything done in regards to free time. All work and no play is no fun. All play and no work is not successful. You have to find a balance between everything, and I think one of the best things that you can do towards that balance is set a schedule. And start small. Don't think that you have to overwhelm yourself by getting the entire house done in a week or whatever. I mean, if you're starting from absolute scratch and you feel like everything is in turmoil, then 1, walk around, whether it's your house or even just do a mental walkthrough and just think, what do I want done? And create a tackle list. What is most important to you on this tackle list? And then what can wait? And then tackle it one step at a time, one day at a time, 1 week at a time, whatever it takes. Eventually you will get there where everything is taken care of. Will more messes build up? Of course they will. For example, my entertainment room, it is the room that gets used the most. So it is always in disarray and it is full of clutter. It is lived in. It is where we have the most fun. It is overwhelming and stressful, but it has nothing but good memories in it. I focus on the fact that it's full of good memories, and I focus on that room at least once a week, if not more, just to make sure it stays under control. But if I were starting from scratch, if I had to start over from scratch and everything was in disarray, I would apply the 80-20 rule. Have you ever heard of it? 80% of your productivity comes from 20% of your areas, so to speak. For example, the kitchen is where we eat, where we spend a lot of time, and the entertainment room is where we spend a lot of time. If I were to break this house down into 10 sections, I would tackle 2 of those sections more time than the rest, and I would get 80% of feel good or feeling productive or accomplished. And those 2 big areas would be my main focus, and the rest of it I would just tackle as needed. And it's a great way to navigate anything, and if you've never heard of the 80-20 rule, we can definitely tackle that. But for the most part, that's what I do. I have my schedule set, and I have everything divided into bite-sized pieces, and if you're starting from scratch like I've done before, just create your tackle list, and then take it a step at a time. Make it bite-sized. Make it manageable. The trick is, if you've got your rooms divided into 10 different areas, just for sake of simplicity, and you tackle one room, and then you move on to the next room, and then the next room, and so on and so forth, but you don't keep up with what you've done, they're going to fall into disarray, and you're going to start over from scratch again. So, for example, if I were starting from scratch, and I tackled my entertainment room 1 week, I would have to make sure that I maintain that while I tackle the other areas. Because, like letting those dishes pile up in the sink, you could do your dishes once a week or whenever you run out of dishes, and then stand at the sink for hours hand washing every dish. Even if you have to use a dishwasher, or you're privileged to use a dishwasher because not everybody has one, it still takes time because you got to make sure that the food isn't stuck on and it's going to wash off, and what you can put in and what you can't. It still takes work, even if you have the simplicity of a dishwasher. So it still takes time. But if you just clean off the plates after every meal and tackle it a little bit at a time, it's not as much work. So once you get that area fixed, you got to make sure you keep up with it every day while you tackle the next big space. And then once you get everything in order, keep your schedule maintained. Is every day going to be perfect? No, not even close. Today was not perfect for me. Not even close. It started out good, and then it's kind of, and that's okay. I gotta let it go. Tomorrow's a new day and a new opportunity and a new chance to try again. I just gotta keep going with my schedule and keep going with my lists and try again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Success is getting up one more time, then you fall. All of these little things that we've heard growing up our entire lives, they're so true, and they apply to every aspect of life. Whether you're a working mom, a single mom, a married mom, a stay-at-home mom, whatever mom you are, you can apply it to you. So, set your schedules, tackle everything in bite-sized pieces, keep it maintained while you keep going, and keep working towards being better. But find that balance of letting go when you don't succeed, because it's okay. Because God willing, tomorrow's another day. You'll wake up and you can try again. Until next time.